Hello and welcome to Hockey Night on Memory to Video Productions. I'm Evan G. Marlow with Joe B.B. Quinn once again behind the camera. Welcome you to an exciting Thursday night showdown between the Allies and the Drunken Leprechauns. Both teams head into tonight's action at 2-1. Allies coming off of a convincing 5-1 victory last week. Head into today's game with some momentum, led as always by Watros, Hill, and Kelsey up front, and then a strong defense. They have their full roster today. Julio Alves has been a stud in goal so far. We'll see if he can keep that up today. Allies will be facing off against the Drunken Leprechauns, heading today at 2-1. They're led by Kurt Delahanty up front, and then they have some strong defensemen, especially Mike Nagy and Marshall back on D. They have Britt Camasso, a former Ally fill-in and frequent of the rink here at Pisa, in goal, so she'll need a strong effort, as always goalies do need against the Allies' vaunted offense. Allies, of course, sponsored now by TD Homers, a fantastic restaurant, tons of TVs, great beer selection, great service, great food, everything you want in a bar. We'll be heading there after the game. It's a fantastic place. Hopefully I'll see you there. So, for TD Homers, we'll take a quick break.
Thanks, Evan G. Marlow. Well, tonight, the Lucky Leprechauns and the Allies play each other. These two teams have never met before. The Lucky Leprechauns, or Drunken Leprechauns, whatever they are coming up from the D2 division up to D1 to meet the Allies. They dominated D2 last season, and they're going to try their hand at D1. Tonight, they run into the brick wall that is the Allies. And what do? You fight fire with fire. So you fight leprechauns with leprechauns. And as long as Evan Hill is in the lineup tonight, I pick the Allies to win. I'm picking the Allies by 4 goals. That little leprechaun's going to tear his little buddies apart tonight. And I pick the Allies. Back to you, Evan.
All right. Goalie! Gentlemen.
Here we have the opening faceoff, taken by number 35, Jason Glashow. Back now behind the net where Britt Camasso. Up now, shot blocked by Talbot. Back now behind the net, right in front of us here, where Talbot once again will play. Kicked around to Bradigo. Mr. Michael Bradigo now enters the zone. Shot there, scores! A laser from Mike Bradigo. And just like that, it is 1-0 Allies. Just a minute and 15 seconds into the first here. So, the Thursday night showstopper himself, Mr. Mike Bradigo, with a laser streaking down, beating goaltender Britt Camasso. Britt Camasso has spent some time, a brief stint filling in for the Allies previously. And just like that, we have ourselves a 1-0 game. Intercepted now, Evan Hill in with Watros. Over to Watros, just can't connect. A little too much juice on that one from Evan Hill. Back now to Hill. Hill trying to walk through, still maintains it for a second, eventually taken away by Huck. Up now, Delgado plays it off the wall. Taken down now. Poked away nicely by Benning. Shot tried in front. Loose for a second there. Huck had a good chance to whack that one home as Alves didn't control cleanly off of the side of the net there. Picked up now by Hill. Bad pass there. Intercepted by Huck. Shot deflects off Benning and into the corner. Benning goes DDD to Delgado. Tries passing it on back. Backhanded over to Benning. Chipped on up and out of the reach of Watros. Taken by the defense of the Drunken Leprechauns. Dump on down now. Delgado with it. Wheels behind Alves. Looking cross over to Hill, but pass behind him. Some nice moves there to get past Hill and Watros. Looking for Huck in the middle there, unable to connect. Hill loses it. Eventually wheels on back down where Radigo goes all the way down to Hill. Hill a little loose on that one. Trying to recover. It's poked away up to Radigo. Radigo with his second shot on goal of the game. This one Camasso able to handle easily. Taken in with speed and then taken down by Radigo. So some nice offense there. Showing some good speed, and Radigo gets his stick caught up in the skates. He'll head off for the penalty. And the Drunken Leprechauns will have a chance here to tie the game up at 1. Kelsey controls off the face-off. Ice is on down. Recchi with it. Nice pass through the middle there, but unable to control. That one goes all the way through. Picked up now by Kelsey. Kelsey wheels to the back and strong move to the net there. Camasso, though, able to shut him off. Gets it back and rips one off of Camasso's pads. Picked up now. Recchi slowly enter in the zone. Chipped on up, but out of reach. So Delgado will take and just shoot it back on down. Just 40 seconds remaining here in the penalty to Bradigo. Here's Recchi with it. Shot there. Nice blocker saved by Alves. Another shot there wide to the right of Alves. Picked up behind the net by Delgado. Delgado in with speed now. Taken down hard. Touched up, and that'll be a penalty on the Drunken Leprechauns as Bradigo coming down with speed. And a full-on body check basically made there. Delgado looks a little shaken up, but able to get up on his own accord and head to the bench. So we will have some 3-on-3 hockey here for 10 seconds, and then the Allies will head to the power play for a minute 20. Down now picked up by Watros as Brad goes out, so to the power play go the Allies. Watros entering slowly over to Bradigo. Bradigo looking to get it on through to Watros. Nice stick there. And eventually Bradigo able to get it on back. Bradigo over to Watros. Watros shot wide of Camasso. Rooms around Rieger trying to jam it on in. Just can't get it past the defense. Up now to Bradigo. 40 remaining on the power play. Bradigo takes his time, eventually over to Talbot. Talbot enters and then shot well wide to the blocker side of Camasso. Taken down now and cleared. Not quite all the way down, but enough where the Allies have to reset. Up to Talbot. Talbot will shoot that one on. Watchos can't deflect on net. Back to Bradigo. Watchos had Hill streaking, calling for it. Eventually Talbot kicks it on over to him. Nice move there from Hill. Gets it poked away though. Strong move here. Shot wide of the blocker's side of Alves. Nice move there to get in through. But missing the net on that attempt. Benning able to poke it on up to Hill. Taken away by Huck. Huck leaves it. Back to Huck, but Bradigo's skate just gets in the way. Huck on the back door. Strong stick there from Alves. Cleared up by Watros. Hill wheels now over to Benning. Watros just can't control that one. Down now, Bradigo takes behind the net. Cross ice pass out of his reach, taken by Racky. Taken behind the net by Benning now. Benning out of the reach of Hill, so it wheels all the way on down. Picked up by Racky. Pass over there off skate of Benning. Quick moving first period here. The one goal by Bradigo. Other than that, not really a lot of whistles as that shot whizzes wide of the short blocker side of Julio Alves. Alves seen a lot of shots go by him, but hasn't needed to make a save so far, as Drunken Leprechauns' shots have been mostly off target thus far. Delgado with a nice little D-to-D over to Jim Benning. Benning now to Evan Hill. Hill holds, looking for Benning in the slot. Able to get a piece of it was the defense. Benning with a rebound there and shot wide of Camasso. Hill strong on the forecheck now. Nice pass back to Kelsey, but able to get a stick on it was the defense, so it popped on up and out of play. A face-off now to the left of Brittany Camasso, as the Allies up 1-0 here. About 2:30 remaining here in the first period. A quick-moving first period, as I just mentioned. Not too many whistles here. Allies controlling the play a little bit more so than the Drunken Leprechauns, but overall a bit of a feeling out as another shot there whizzes wide of Alves. Something about Julio Alves, it seems teams this year just can't get anything on target. He's been strong in net, but we've seen a couple teams so far, and certainly the Drunken Leprechauns through 9 minutes of play here tonight, not getting shots on target. That one doesn't get through from a strong kick, strong stick rather, of Kelsey, and then Racky takes down Kelsey. Well after the play there, they argue about it a little bit, but a clear penalty there on Racky.
They're just playing aggressive.
Not quite sure what they want to argue about.
I'm always wanting to talk.
In the fucking face-offs and everything.
Yeah, but that's not a penalty in its own.
This is not penalty legal.
As
What would you call
Racky off there.
It's a fucking penalty.
Well, after Kelsey able to clear a little bit of a forearm shiver there from Racky, so pretty clear call as the Drunken Leprechauns complaining to the referees.
All I caught was the push. You pushing him down. That's it. That's
I
what
wasn't pushing him. He turned into me, and I was protecting myself and pushing off.
That's how I saw it.
Racky claiming that he was protecting himself as he was pushing Kelsey off.
Face-offs over here, gentlemen.
Certainly not what I saw here. Looked like a pretty clear push by Racky, so Allies off to the power play. 1:51 here in the first. They'll try to extend their lead here with Kelsey, Rieger, Hill, and Bradigo on to start this power play. Shot there once again as I put myself on repeat. Wide of Alves. Bradigo shot there, hits off a body, ends up in the corner. Picked up and chipped on over. Bradigo able to get it on back. He'll just shoot it on down low. And taken by the Drunken Leprechaun defense. Moving speed and the backhand shot wide of the glove side of Alves. Seeing how many different ways we can miss the net are the Drunken Leprechauns. Shot there from Rieger, saved by Camasso as Kelsey's shot deflected on over to Rieger with the chance there. That shot on target finally. Alves having to make the save. So once again, Julio Alves strong in net, but not really tested too much. We saw that last week versus the Stingers, missing a lot of shots wide of Alves. They had some guys who could really bring some heat too, but most of their shots going wide. Alves making saves on the ones on target, and that keeps the Allies' goals against very low. And when they have the offensive firepower of Evan Hill, Kelsey, Watros, and the like, it's hard to beat the Allies giving up such few goals. Kelsey here with a chance now in, trying to go to the backhand, hit off a stick, eventually off of Camasso's mask, and she's able to cover up as we have 16 seconds here remaining in the penalty to Racky. Nice chance there for Kelsey, spinning around, had Camasso down and a little bit of room to her left, but unable to get that one through. Hit off a stick, and eventually Britt was able to cover up. Final 30 here remaining in the first. Still 1-0 Allies. Kelsey wheels behind the net. Gets it poked away, gets it back, down to Delgado. Delgado over to Watros. Watros will just try to one-time that on net, but well off target. Chipped on down by Kelsey. Poked around. Taken here. Spinning it off now. And shot up through Racky out of the box. Kicks it up to himself. 3-2-1. Final shot there. Once again, wide of the net. So after one period, quick pace here in the first. Allies up 1-0, courtesy of the Thursday night showstopper himself, Mr. Mike Bradigo, my newest Facebook friends. We're best friends now. So we will take a quick break and be back with the second period after these messages. Face off one back where Kurt Delahanty taken down by Hill. Once again, this production brought to you by MVP, Memory Video Productions, a MVP broadcast. That one hops over Hill's stick, taken back down by Jason Bashaw, taken away by Watros, but Bashaw still able to keep it. Hill now strong in the neck, trying to cut through. Watros can't control. Poked on back down where Kurt Delahanty will take. Nice forecheck there from Hill. Loses it back though. Poked on up, and here Delahanty with a big wind there. Shot high and well wide of the glove side of Julio Alves. Passed on back where Camasso will leave for Bashaw. Dangerous play there, almost. Hill able to take it away. That one shot through, and look what I found. Britt Camasso with the glove save there. She has to play it though, and it's cleared on down where Delgado will settle back behind Julio Alves. Delgado shot way down to Watros. Watros tried to back in it to Hill, eventually able to get to him on the second attempt. Hill cutting on through the net with a strong backhand save by Camasso. Stick lift by Watros, but can't get it on net. And then Hill gets into it, and it's up and out of play. We've seen some strong forechecking from Hill and Watros so far. Allies controlling the majority of the play, as we've seen from pretty much every game other than the hockey soda. They've been controlling the majority of the action, and that's certainly the case thus far. A face-off now right in front of the Allies bench, as Kelsey wins it on back to Bradigo. He tries to shoot it on through, hits off a Huck skate. Off the helmet there of Nagy, and then taken by Marshall. Marshall with some speed. Nice pass over, shot saved by Alves. Loose, Marshall can't get it on net. And eventually cleared up and out of play by Michael Kelsey. It's been Marshall on defense showing some speed in bursts coming on through, and that's what we saw there, streaking down the left side. He's been pretty much the only offense so far for the Drunken Leprechauns, as his speed and skill seems to be the best of anyone on the team. A couple of nice bursts we've seen from him so far, unable to get anything great there, as there's a nice move there from Nagy getting on through, but stuffed by Julio Alves. Talbot rims it around, and Huck will settle it. Huck up and out of reach. Bradigo just dumps it back on down. Marshall holds off Kelsey. Comes back in his own end. Shot over just out of the reach there. Huck now with it in the corner. Talbot down, and eventually it is Michael Kelsey who just rims it all the way back around. Marshall over now to Nagy. Nagy with a nice poke check there from Bradigo. Nagy down to the deck. Loose puck. Bradigo just unable to get to it in time. Picked up now by Marshall. Bradigo settles it on down. Pass up to Michael Kelsey. Michael Kelsey winds there, high of the blocker's side. Settle back down there. A little D-to-D pass over to Nagy. Up now in Hill with it. Having some trouble with it there. Has to settle down. Has Watchers on the back door. Able to get it to him. Shot, score. Beautiful play there by Hill and Watros. Watros was sitting on the back door just waiting for it. Eventually, Hill able to set it on down, get it to him, sauced it through there a little bit. A nice pass from Evan Hill, and his line mate, Brian Watros, able to finish. Another beauty from Hill and Watros, something we certainly have grown accustomed to seeing more and more over the years. And it is 2-0 Allies now. Just over 7 minutes remaining here, as that backhand sauce does not get through all the way to Hill. Intercepted by De La Hanty. Kurt De La Hanty with a little cross-grain shot there. Save by Julio Alves. Hill up to Benning. Benning back now to Watros as they change positions. Trying to get it through to Delgado. Hits off of the wall, rims around, and then up and out of play. The 2 goals from the Allies coming off of some nice plays there, and not much offense at all so far from the Drunken Leprechauns, as once again Julio Alves watching a lot of balls go right by him, but not having to stop too many of them. Over to Delgado, down, and Watros trying to one-touch it, but a little too much distance on that one. It gets it intercepted. Shot there wide again, this time low to the glove side. Watros in with time and space. His shot blocked down by Bashaw. Shot there, hits off of Benning. Up but not out of play. Off of Watros' stick, picked up there. Shot, kick save by Alves. Rimmed on all the way down by Joey Delgado. Jason Bashaw will just shoot it on up. Backhander there, but into the chest of Alves, as from a tight angle, Julio Alves aggressively coming to play that ball rather, and make the save. As I mentioned, Alves not tested too much thus far, but a couple saves we saw there in the last Fury. He's been very strong so far. Coming in here, filling in for the Allies, taking over for Seth Gibson in net. Allies always had strong goalie presence coming from Seth Gibson, and Alves has picked up right where Gibson left off. As he blockers that one into the corner. Huck spins it. Alves didn't see it, but it hit off his leg there. Picked up on the rebound by Kelsey. Kelsey with some space there. Shot. Camasso got a piece of that one into the corner. Marshall down to the deck. Alves very aggressively able to keep it away from Huck. Up to Kelsey. Kelsey looking to go over to Bradigo. Ends up dumping it on down where Bradigo will be the first to forecheck. Bradigo with a nice poke there. Has Kelsey in front, trying to squeak through. Strong stick by Camasso, unable to get it through there to Kelsey was Bradigo. Rieger behind her own net. Up off the boards to Kelsey. Chips up to no one in particular. So Marshall will control. Shot on down and then kicked up. And out of play by Mike Bradigo. Just under 5 minutes remaining now in the second period. Allies still up 2-0. Courtesy of Mike Bradigo with a snipe coming down the blue line, beating Camasso. And then it was a beautiful pass from Evan Hill, finding his line mate Brian Watros on the back door to make it 2-0 Allies, the score we currently stand at. Kicked on through and picked up eventually by Nagy. A couple strong moves there from Nagy, but eventually taken back by Kelsey, and then Nagy takes right back from him as they play around the carousel there. Good poke from Talbot. He shoots it on down where it will go behind Camasso. Talbot able to get to it first there. Whacking at it though, and off of Nagy's stick, up and out of play. Hill and Watros back on now for the face-off. Watros calling out Britt Camasso. Called shot there from Brian Watros. We'll see if he can convert. Backhands on through. Hill turns and shot. Camasso with a strong save. Off the wall, batted around to Watros. Watros, second attempt, able to get down to Hill. Hill cutting through there. Laser, but over the glove side of Camasso. In the corner now. Shot well wide of Alves that time. Settled on it, and looks like Hill will be off for the penalty. Got his stick caught up a little bit there. A slashing the call, actually. So Drunken Leprechauns off to the power play. We'll see if they can finally get something past Joel Alves. Haven't really even had any great chances thus far. Alves strong in goal, but it hasn't been tested too much. Drunken Leprechauns unable to have really any sustained offense. And a power play chance for them now might be just what's in store to get their offense going. Even if they don't score on the power play, at least get some chances here. Is that strong shot through a screen? Guess it got loose and went through, but whistle blown by the referee. So a quick whistle there from the referee takes the goal away from the Leprechauns. That was Bashaw with a nice wrister from the point through a screen. Alves, we've seen in the 3 previous games, very strong on shots to the screens. I've been very impressed with his ability to pick up the ball through traffic. But that time, I guess he did get a piece of it, but squeaked on through eventually. However, referee with the whistle blowing it dead, so no goal there. And Alves' shutout remains. Watros now shot. just wide there of the glove side. Kicked up by Benning. Watros with it behind the net now. And he'll shoot on down, but up and into the rafter.
Right here, gentlemen.
So a early chance there right off the draw for the Drunken Leprechauns, but then back to a stagnant and almost non-existent offense for them, even on the penalty kill, on the power play rather. The Allies penalty kill controlling possession as Watros just taking a little walk through the park there, skating on through the zone. 30 seconds left on Hill's slashing penalty. Here with some speed in the zone, Marshall shot wide of the blocker's side. Leprechauns have probably attempted almost 3 times as many shots as they've gotten on net. Poked up there by Benning. Over to Nagy. As Hill is out of the box. Back to even strength with 2 remaining here in the second. Almost a nice pass through by Marshall, but couldn't get through the defense of Benning. Pass back over to Nagy. Nagy with a pass over to Marshall. Marshall with some space there. Settles it. Getting it on through. Backhander wide of Alves. Watros eventually able to settle it on down. Clear it out where the pink stick of Brick Masso leaves it for Nagy. Up now to Chad Huck. Tries to back it on through. Ends up hitting Mike Nagy, and Watros' shot there. A little too much juice on that one. And it is up and out of play. 2-0 stole the score here. 1:21 left in the second. Successful penalty kill there from the Allies as they continue to totally control this game. Despite it only being a 2-goal game, they really have defensively done a great job of basically completely shutting out any sort of offense, as Kelsey here with a chance, looking to backhand it on through. Marshall just getting a stick down in time. Otherwise, Rieger had a wide open chance in front. Drunken Leprechauns had the one shot on the beginning of the power play to get through as Bradigo in with space. Bradigo now shot. Saved by Camasso. Strong save there by Brick Camasso as Bradigo streaking on in. Had a lot of speed and tried going far side to the glove of Camasso, but she's able to get a piece of it, deflected on into the corner, and keep Bradigo from getting his second of the night. As I was saying, Bashaw's shot squeaked on through to start the power play, and that was really the only good chance they had on the power play, and pretty much the only good chance the Drunken Leprechauns have had through almost 2 full periods so far, as they've missed the net with many shots.
Top of the circle.
And
this square right here.
Not had really any puck possession in the offensive zone. Very limited, at least. A little more here in the latter stages of the second, but for the most part still unable to convert anything into offense. Here's a chance now, but just out of the reach there. It's Talbot sliding on through.
No way. You're calling?
And
all right. You had a different angle. To me it looked like you skated into the boards. He had a better angle of him seeing the skates. Hey,
Talbot off for the trip.
To me, it just looked like you hit the boards.
The referee closest to it, apparently, from his angle, believed that Talbot did not get a piece and that he skated in the boards. And that may be the case because Talbot very angry now, and he's kicked out of the game. Talbot very unhappy that the other referee from the far blue ends up making the tripping call when the first referee had a clear sight of it.
I don't know what happened, Brian, but
I got to watch the fucking game. I didn't say a word.
you gotta get off, Brian. Brian, if you don't get off, then we gotta call another bench minor. You can watch from outside, not from in here.
Talbot unhappy as the other referee has to come over to try to talk him down and get him out of here. As very unhappy with the call was Brian Talbot.
Brian, I know that's not your style, man.
Don't blame him for that one. Hard to see from here, obviously, if Talbot did indeed trip him, but when the referee who is 10 feet away doesn't call it, and then the other ref who is
3:30.
3/4 of a rink away
Oh, it's 3. No, it is 3. It is 3. Sorry, I was thinking it was a
ends up making the call from far away. I don't blame Talbot for being a little angry. So
it's not a major, it's a double minor. Yeah.
4 on 3 now. Great chance here for the Drunken Leprechauns as they will be a man up for 3 minutes, 24 seconds left of this period, and then it'll obviously roll over to start of the third. So still only down 2 goals, despite not really having any great chances thus far, and Allies controlling play. Face off now here for Alves as the Drunken Leprechauns will look to at least get 1 here on the power play, and hopefully for their sake at least get some offense going down, make Alves work a little bit. It's been a fairly easy game for him so far, in with speed now. De La Hanty with a shot, score! Just 6 seconds remaining here in the second period.
What's the number behind
and Kurt De La Hanty
88 from 35.
able to get that one on through.
14 from 35, not 88. There's a correction on the field.
As it is De La Hanty from Bashaw, a power play goal, and a 1-goal game now, 2-1 Allies. Yes. The scorer, Alves, hasn't seen a lot of tough work, and then that shot there, De La Hanty streaking on through with a little bit of speed, and certainly one Alves would like to have back, as that one squeaks on through his 5-hole, perhaps a little bit of rust from watching everything go wide of him so far today. This face-off, 1 down and shot back down by Watro. So after 2, a late power play goal makes it 2-1 Allies, and we will have 1:25 left on the power play with the double minor there to Talbot. So chance for the Drunken Leprechauns to tie things up here in the third period after these messages.
Straight power play, guys.
Back now here with the start of the third period. Drunken Leprechauns still on the power play here. 1:15 now remaining to what was Talbot's second penalty. So just like that, we have ourselves a 1-goal game. Something the Allies have struggled with so far here early on in the season is putting teams away where they've controlled the majority of the play, and that certainly has once again been the case tonight. First game, a 2-0 victory, a game they controlled where they were only able to get 1 goal and then an empty net goal to finish it off, but certainly a troublesome thing here, as Allies usually very reliant on their offense to put up high numbers, and that has not been the case early on here in the season. That one wide of the black side of Camasso. 45 now before Captain Joe Delgado, serving Talbot's penalty, will be able to come out of the box. Kurt De La Hanty, the goal scorer, fighting with Michael Kelsey behind the net. Kelsey takes a little bit of a body check there. And a little too much contact there from De La Hanty. So off he goes for a roughing call.
3-on-3 for 33 seconds.
And we will have ourselves some 3-on-3 hockey here for 33 seconds. And then the Allies will head to the power play, try to get back on track with their offense, as the shorthanded play, and even prior to that, Drunken Leprechauns turned up the pressure a little bit. controlling the action and puck possession a little more so in the second half of the second period. Marshall looking to bank it off behind Nagy, but intercepted there from Hill. Didn't quite play the angle right on that one. Nagy down to his knees, looking to get it on through to Marshall. Almost able to, as Delgado out of the box. That one hits off of Hill's stick and is up and out of play for the whistle. We'll see how the Allies work their numbers now with just 3 defensemen. Obviously still 3 very capable defensemen with Delgado, Benning, and Bradigo. Have to rotate those 3 with Talbot out as Benning gets his stick caught up. Hill coming back to take it now, one-on-one with Nagy. Shot there, but right in the chest of Hill, and then taken down by Nagy. They get into it a little bit after the whistle. Watro's quick in there.
Come on. Everybody wants to stay in the game. Everybody wants to stay in the game.
This motherfucker doesn't need to be third man in.
Should be none on none.
Hill
Guys.
shot there, going hard to the net afterwards.
Let's simmer down.
But taken down there by Nagy, so they get into a little bit. Still exchanging words off the face-off. Quick little shove in front. Nice stick lift there from Hill. A tight shot there, saved by Camasso. Watro's from the tight angle. Pass there, intercepted from Hill, but he just can't control. Watros gets his stick caught up.
23 black.
And then
oh shit! I'm sorry, guys.
Whistle blowing dead. Referee immediately apologizing for blowing it when it was a penalty on the Allies, and Drunken Leprechauns were the ones who touched up. So we will head to 4-on-4 hockey as penalties taking over the game here in the second half. 3-on-3 for 22 seconds, and then the Drunken Leprechauns back to the power play. Their lone goal coming off the power play. Alves, a little trouble handling that one off the draw. Alves hasn't seen a lot of work, as we talked about, and it's showing a little bit of rust, perhaps, as that a fairly simple shot there. He mishandles, and then the goal squeaked on through him. Not necessarily something that he usually lets up, at least from what we've seen in the limited sample size through this season. Marshall with some speed there. Shot blocker down by Alves.
Or not if he doesn't come out.
Delahanty a little late to get out of the box. Eventually does, though, and Drunken Leprechauns off to the power play. Huck gets it intercepted from Hill. Hill in all alone now. Shot there, saved by Camasso. A huge save there from Brick Camasso. Evan Hill in all alone, short-handed, went with a straight shot. Camasso looked like she had an early read on it, cheating on over to her right. And comes in with a big save. Hill now gets through. Goal. Evan Hill just wanted the style points there. Camasso with the huge save on the breakaway. Evan Hill in all alone that time. Then he decides to take the more adventurous route. Comes back and cuts on through 3 defenders there. Eventually chips it on up over the shoulder, and it's 3-1 Allies now. A great job there from Evan Hill. Had the easy breakaway chance there. Unable to convert. And then comes back and finishes on the much tougher play there, streaking through some defensemen and somehow able to chip it on past Camasso. So a short-handed goal from Evan Hill gives the Allies a 2-goal lead, 3-1 now with 7:50 remaining here in the third period. Delgado down behind the net, killing some time here. Delahanty able to get it away, but Rieger chips it on over off the boards to Delgado. Delgado pokes it on down. Delgado still killing time, and Watro's out of the box, so back to even strength with 7:20 remaining now. Bradigo fresh off the box. Comes on in, winds there, gloved by Camasso. Britt Camasso, as we mentioned, a former Allies fill-in on defense and a frequent scorekeeper. Been pretty strong in goal, letting up only the 3 goals so far today. A rough start for her with Radigo beating her with a quick wrister early on, but she's been strong since. Made a nice save there on Evan Hill. Unfortunately for her, though, Hill came right back and was able to beat her with a move just moments later, make it 3-1 Allies. But you certainly can't blame her when the offense has been non-existent. A Delahanty power play goal, a shot cutting across the middle there and squeaking it through Alves's 5-hole. The lone tally of the night for the Drunken Leprechauns. And other than that, Alves has not been tested very often. Here's a chance, though. That one hits off the post. Looking to clear it on through, and nice job there. Coming back is Kelsey, diving through to get that one out of the zone. Delahanty chipping it on up now. Shot there wide of the glove side of Alves. Delahanty with it again as Drunken Leprechauns turning on the pressure a little bit here. It's their best fury of offense we've seen so far. Shaw fighting off Hill. Still with it now. Trying to clear it on through. Hill reads it perfectly, though, and has a 2-on-1 with Radigo. Looking to chip it on through to the backhand. Delahanty able to get a skate rather, and intercept that pass. Second attempt there from Hill to clear it through. Off the side of the net. But Shaw getting into it there. Some complaints to the referee as Hill very aggressive on the back check. Watch as his shot hits off the defenseman. Picked up by Hill. Delgado chips it up. And out of play.
Right here, gentlemen.
5:14 left here in the third period as tensions ramping up a little bit here. Some physical play from both teams resulting in frustration caused and certainly some words exchanged. A nice little fury there from the Drunken Leprechauns, putting on the pressure a little bit. But Shaw with a couple chances there. Delahanty, the goal scorer, with a few more chances.
Right here, gentlemen. Right
and the best offensive fury we've seen by far from Drunken Leprechauns here as they try to get back in this game down 2 goals and just 5 minutes left on the clock. Chipped up Hill with it now. Hill walks on through. Hill in all alone. Shot score. Too easy for Evan Hill. Camasso shut him down on his last breakaway, but not too many goals are going to be stopping Evan Hill on back-to-back breakaways.
60 on the goal.
A little backhand, quick to the forehand, and beating Camasso to the blocker side. Evan Hill's second of the game, second of the period, gives the Allies a 4-1 lead. A similar spot to where Hill tried going with his last breakaway. This time, though, able to tuck it away as Drunken Leprechauns getting a little bit of infighting going on, yelling at each other quite a bit, and not very politely. Watch us a shot.
Deflection deep.
Nagy able to get the stick on it, deflected up and out of play.
Thank you, Rad. Appreciate it.
So, Drunken Leprechauns, very tense bench right now. Nagy going over to his bench, trying to settle them on down. We saw Camasso yelling at her bench after the goal. Not sure if they said something to her or what exactly happened. Hard to hear anything from this far away, but certainly could hear them yelling at each other on the bench. Not a good sign when you're down 3 goals with 4.5 minutes to play.
That ball, Rad.
The physical play of the Allies, the referees have allowed, and I think that has led to some pent-up anger on the side of the Drunken Leprechauns. Alves leaves it for Delgado. Delgado chips it up over Huck, but past Penning too. Watros ends up with it though. Watros' shot off of Nagy into the corner. Nagy loses it to Hill. Hill kicks it up to himself. Takes around, looking to watch those beautiful pass. Shoulder save from Camaso. A beautiful pass as Huck and Watros get a couple extra shoves in after the whistle.
Come on, guys. Enough.
Hill circling around the net, able to find Watros on the back post, other side of the net as compared to his goal. This time Camaso strong, getting over to her right and shutting down the angle, closing it off on Watros and keeping it a 4-1 game. Camaso, as we said, a strong effort in net, but looking like it may not be enough. But Shaw able to eventually shake off Rieger, and then gets his pass intercepted by Michael Kelsey. Kelsey will just shoot it on down as Allies head into prevent mode a little bit here. Up 3 with 3:15 left now in the third. The goal scorer, Kurt Delahanty, with it there. Almost gets it back, shot through there. Blocker save by Alves. Strong shot and a better save there from Alves. Flashing some blocker and then good rebound control from Julio to cover that one up quickly. Alves has been very strong so far here early on in the season. As we mentioned, taking over for Seth Gibson, and he has lots of traffic there, and still Alves loses his stick and swallows that one up. A nice job by him. Delgado tripping the referee. A total Bush League move by him, typical of Joey Delgado, no surprise there. But Alves, with a lot of pressure on him there, still coming up strong with a save. If anything were to happen to Julio Alves, it's good to know that Evan Hill did some goaltending this past weekend. So they always have a trusty backup. In worst case scenario, Alves goes down, Evan Hill could fill in. Apparently, though, Joey Delgado had his way with Hill going 3 for 3, just picking out corners like it was nothing against Hill. So perhaps the Allies shall wish and hope for good health for Julio Alves and not have to rely on Evan Hill to fill in.
And then a subsequent throw.
Although, to be fair, Joey Delgado does have an absolute laser, so nothing to be embarrassed of getting scored on by
that last move,
Joey Delgado. A penalty here as some strong stick work there, whacking away. And then off goes Kelsey. 2:14 left in the third. Still a 3-goal lead, though. As nice shot off the face-off there, but once again, Alves showing some good rebound control, swallowing that one up, and quick to glove it for a whistle. Somehow, not a single second ticked off the clock. But Shaw chips off the boards, but out of reach, and picked up by Watros. Watros shot well wide, looking to get his own rebound off the backboard. Just can't get to it. Delgado passed on over to Watros. That one off the side of the net, it looked like, and picked up by Nagy. Nagy over to Bashaw. Bashaw eventually able to settle on down, going all the way back over to Nagy. Like Nagy loses it for a second, gets it back, passes on over, big line there. Could not be farther wide. Shot there, strong save by Alves as Bashaw had a clear look from the circle. And Julio Alves with a nice save. Alves tested a little bit more here in the third and showing off what has made him a stud goaltender through almost 4 full games now into the season, as Baratigo's held up, and we head to 3-on-3 hockey with the interference call. Just 1:24 remaining here. little bit of 3-on-3 hockey, and then the Allies will finish off on the power play. A relatively convincing win from the Allies, barring basically a miracle here in the final 124.
Timeout.
Drunken Leprechauns, though, not giving up quite yet, so they will take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. Be back with the final 124 after these messages.
Anyone at all.
Back now as Watros just shoots that one off the draw into the corner where it's picked up by Nagy. Thanks again for joining us. This is a MVP Memory to Video Productions broadcast. As a great chance there, Delahanty had it, tried dragging it, but unable to get the forehand shot off. Shot strung on net. Alves went down to make the save. If Delahanty was able to get that forehand off on the drag through, would have been a wide open net and his second of the day, but was unable to control. Marshall with it now. Leaves back for Nagy. Nagy with some space. Shot through, and Delahanty can't get the stick on it. Almost too many men there with Kelsey quick off, and Marshall shoots it back on his own net. Camasso had to be quick to recover and get on her toes there to make that save. Delahanty chipping past Benning, but can't get past Bradigo. Bradigo rims around. My dear, dear Facebook friend Mike Bradigo already poked me once, a little awkward, but we'll see how long that keeps going. Taking down Nagy with space. Shot there, and a strong kick save from Julio Alves with just 3 seconds remaining, so they'll run off the final ticks with the final score 4-2-1. A convincing win for the Allies. They head to 3-1. Drunken Leprechauns fall to 2-2. Britt Camasso strong in goal for the Drunken Leprechauns, but in the end, too much skill from the Allies, showing themselves to be the far superior team, something I feel like I've said many times into these cameras, but certainly the case tonight. Alves not tested much through 2 periods, looks strong in the third. Evan Hill, another strong effort from him. Watros adding a goal, and then Bradigo setting the tone early on. The Thursday night showstopper himself, living up to his billing there. In the end, it is once again the Allies heading to 3-1. So for Joe B.B. Quinn behind the camera, I'm Evan G. Marlow. This has been a MVP Memory to Video production. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.